Good afternoon. I am Carla Soriano from Bachelor of Science, major in Cruise Management. So I'm here to discuss what was the most topic that struck in my mind this semester from the subject of understanding the self. So first of all, this second semester was really good at all. We have to experience more adjustment because having online class is very new to someone who entering a school without face-to-face and online class. So I have here my phone. I wrote some experience that I have encountered this semester. My experience this school year is different for me as a student who traveled along school. For me, online class is such a big adjustment. For not for me, but for everyone. But when I was in senior high school in JRU, we have something what we call that TV, time blended learning, which stands for time blended learning. We're doing online class. We're doing online class for activities. We're not using Zoom either, but we our teacher asked us to open our canvas to the two particular subjects that involves in online class, which is really familiar with me because this first year in college we experience online class. In the stage of we need to have a little adjustment because everyone doing online class feels the same way we're experiencing right now. I remember one time when I opened my canvas, I saw all of the subjects are giving so many tasks, and when I see it already feels me drained. That time, but as days goes by, I already conquer and achieve step by step and make my own strategy how I will finish all the tasks to do. So every after exam, I am always prepared to do the task easily and not being able to do procrastination, but because we are not allowed to do that, we have to manage more time management and of course, yeah, for the will help us especially for the newly enrollee student welcoming in online class. So what I have learned in understanding the self is there are two concepts here. One is spiritual and the other one is learning. About why do the things I do to pick is a little of both in order to find myself, but to also mold myself, not just finding, but preparing myself. Important point is the thing that about understanding myself is that what I need to create the self that I want to understand. So it's not so much about trying to understand myself, but more defining myself in who I want to be. So, in this point, spiritual is one of the important. If I take a spiritual route, it will strip off all of my thought, where I, from the place, I will need to decide if I want to be understood or defined at all. Life will probably force me to define myself in some way, at least make a living. From the conventional route, it will likely add a lot of attributes to myself that I truly aren't, which I will soon realize is despair and vanity. So, in conclusion for myself, myself is actually nothingness. It is an empty cup waiting to be filled with whatever I desire to fill with it. This is the beauty and the tragedy of life. Who am I? I am ultimately whatever I feel empty. Granted, with each do have unique gifts and abilities. So don't forget. So I can never forget to top cup off with them, with me especially. So this is one thing. Again, self-appreciation or self-love is an important emotional feeling for us. All of us are looking to have the best kind of friend, which we call best friend, to rely on and to be honest with our true feelings. Being able to identify negative thought and eliminate it from my mindset is extremely imperative in order to get positive results. So learning and understanding the self, especially in creating my digital board or digital world, is that was represents me, my future, who I am to be, what I am gonna do, and that will help me to achieve all of my dreams, to focus on what I am trying to do, and to achieve my future job. So understanding the selves really reminds me, who am I? Who am I to be with? Who am I in the future? What I am in the future? So, listening in our professor really makes me to me, especially I am a student, aspiring student, and when we are doing a Zoom meeting, he really discussed well. Everything is point out what we are gonna do, what our opinion. We are happy because our professor share his knowledge, not just for something, nothing less, but something that will remind us in the future. Oh, I remember that one said from our professor, something like that. Oh, naalala, I reminds, which reminds us. So, understanding the self really gives us a point of view of who we are, who am I to be. Additional for understanding myself is about learning why I can make the choice I make, why I chose the one to make, learning what shaped me into a person I am today. Sometimes our behavior causes us problems. Poor choice in friends, spouses impulsive behavior, and immaturity in certain situations. Sometimes understanding why we react the way we can do be every helpful in making changes to understand behavior. It is to one of the toughest things to explain unless I am the self release. Everything in life I know and experience is part of self. Our mind is a composition of memory, experiences, and reaction related to my story, to my memory. We live in the space of memory and reaction. Whenever we face with any situation, we recognize it on the basis of our previous experiences or memory. that happened in the past and then react on a memory related with the situation, with what's happening today. It happens before. So self-realization or understanding the self is all about freeing myself from the conditioning of past, thereby freedom from all the troubles in life. Understanding anything is a blend of knowledge and experience. Knowledge is an integrated field of information which experience it from understanding, so we can have a lot of information about ourselves. We can work to integrate the area of information into a body of knowledge. So to become short, for all we know, understanding the self really makes sense, especially me. Thank you. This is Carla Soriano from Bachelor of Science, major in Cruise Management. Thank you.